Today on the Coral Reef Talk, we go back inside Reefapalooza 2018 to check out FRITZ Aquatics.
So we're here at Frits, sitting and relaxing here on the couch. I'm here with Sean, and yeah, what do you guys have going on here today at Reepopalooza?
Reepopalooza is a crazy fun show. I mean, we started being the platinum sponsors like 4 years ago. We saw enormous potential in Lou and Vic at what they were doing here, and I guess we just come here to have fun, really, and you know, we show our products. That's part of it, and you know, talk about salt. We got brand new products, some coral foods, Azox, Suckle Boost, Genesis. So we're doing that and meeting a bunch of people that love what we love and answering questions.
That's awesome.
Talking to people like you.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your Reef Pro Salt mix.
Yeah.
First, we'll start with that. How does that differ from the other salt mixes that are out there on the market right now, and why should people choose to go with Frits?
That's a really good question. There's a lot of good salt mixes out there. So very good quality manufacturing. If you're going to want to make salt, you better come with your A game because you got a lot of good competitors. I think what's different about ours is the quality control piece, the quality of the raw materials. We did a big project for a very large worldwide attraction about 5 years ago when we came out with this salt, and we did an 8 million gallon water change. But what they were looking for was lower trace element, which are trace metals that can build up in lower quality raw materials at a pretty high level, like lithium and rubidium, zinc, aluminum. These things can get high in your raw materials, so the salt, the sodium chloride, the sodium bicarbonate, the calcium chloride, and can build up in your tank over time and cause head and lateral line erosion and other things like that. And so we seeked out a bunch of raw materials for this customer that we had ICP'd to make a nice mix for their big project. That's when we came down and made the RPM at that time. So that, and combined with the fact that we test every 20 boxes gets a test of calcium, magnesium, alkalinity, phosphates, you know, yielded salinity, the clarity of the mix, to make sure that the quality control is there, because you're talking about a dry salt, and so if you're going to put 0.004 of something in the salt, you got to understand for it to blend well in a 2,000 pound batch, which we do a 2,000 pound, and most of our competitors do an 8,000 pound batch. So we do a smaller batch, we test it twice, the first and the 20th boxes, and I think that's what makes our product more consistent and more dialed into the parameters that you want. So our alkalinity is between 8 and 9, calcium is between 4 and 440, magnesium is between 13 and 1400, and we're pretty confident in those specs. So
yeah, so the specs on the box is what you're going to have when you mix your salt,
right?
Because you're doing that quality control.
Exactly. I mean, we're testing every 20 boxes for you. I mean, we always recommend that you test your own salt because there's other variables. You can't overmix salt. You can cause, you know, CO2 can bring your pH down, which causes sodium bicarbonate to buffer a little bit more on the pH side than the alkalinity side. You can get calcium carbonate precipitation by over aerating the mix, or if your temperature is too high, you can cause a different chemical reaction that precipitates and lowers your calcium, magnesium, and alkalinity. So we strongly recommend that you kind of go to our website and looking for good best practices on mixing. So
very cool. And you mentioned that you have a coral food.
Yeah.
That's fairly new.
I'm pretty excited about it. It's Azox right there, the very first bottle, and it's got 9 types of copepods in there, amino acids, rotifers, Artemia napoli, and phytoplankton, all in one coral food. And so it's a great blend of coral foods for you. Yep.
Awesome. And the coral response to it has been pretty great.
Yeah, the coral response is incredible. I mean, I really should set up a tank here at the show like this, but everybody sets up a tank.
Right.
And so signal to noise ratio is just like, man, it's really worth it. But definitely, you see the coral polyps come out right away. You shouldn't overfeed it. I'd say feed once or twice a week because you don't need that much food in the aquarium. You'll start to get unwanted algae.
Yeah. And speak a little bit about the design of the bottle, because that's a little different than what we're used to.
Oh yeah, I mean it's cool. I'm not the designer of the bottle, but I have to give the credit to Mark Vera with Aquatec that designed it. But this one is just a pump, and it pumps exactly the amount that we're recommending per 25 gallons, and you're plug and play. So
no little measuring cups or anything. You just squeeze it right in.
It's pumps. It's easier than having to do that. So,
absolutely.
Yep.
Cool. Very cool. Thanks for taking your time with us here today at Reepopalooza shop.
Hey, it was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Next time on the Coral Reef Talk.
That's right, so we have an interesting line of different foods for fish and coral. So if you take a look over here, these products, we call them liquid plankton. So it's very easy to use. You just have to add it to your tank and you don't need to refrigerate it.
Thank you for checking out this video. Be sure to like and comment down below. There's more Reefapalooza coverage on the way, so if you're brand new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on the Coral Reef Talk.